All right. Well, speaking of Dan Campbell, we're gonna go to this line story now, and man, when you have like a top 10 pick, and you kind of take a player and then you're going to transition them to a different position, especially when you're a new first-time head coach, I don't think it's the smartest thing. So let's see what we get here. Lions rookie right tackle, or let's just put it like this. Lions rookie lineman Penei Sewell admits moving to right tackle, quote, not that easy, quote, I love the challenge and it's something that I'm looking forward to. So, Dan Campbell takes Penei Sewell, what was it, 7th overall? I think I got it up. 7th overall, from Oregon, offensive tackle, but they're moving him to right tackle, and that's not what he did in college. So, Dan Campbell, your first pick overall, I mean, you're moving a tackle from, I forgot where he played in college, but I think it was left tackle, but moving him to right tackle, that's not really where he plays. So, now you're having to base talent in a new position. You draft this man because he was so good at that one position, and now you're trying to move over in the line, and I don't know if this is kind of the smartest choice for your first draft pick, for your first time being a head coach, trying to maybe do too much here. But let's see what Penei Sewell says. He says he's up for the challenge, but he also says it's not that easy. So that's not the greatest thing, hearing from your first pick overall in this year's draft, your first rounder, 7th overall. Not having an easy adjustment to a new position. But let's see what we get here. The selection of Penei Sewell gave the Detroit Lions bookend tackles, but in order to make the bookends work, one is going to have to get used to the other end. That man will be Sewell, the rookie out of Oregon, whose sheer strength, power, and explosiveness make him a marvel to witness. I wouldn't go marvel to witness. We weren't that impressed. We looked at him. He was one of our NFL rookies of the day that we looked at his stats in his film, and it was all right. It wasn't anything special. I would definitely say it's nothing to it's not something to marvel. I don't know about that. He might one day be considered a generational tackle. Wow. Really? That's a generational. Okay, all right. We'll see. And ideally, those types play on the left side. Sewell, though, will be playing on the right side, an adjustment he's begun with rookie minicamp in OTA. So, once again, I mean, you evaluated him at the left tackle position. He's good at the left tackle position. Now you're moving him to the right side in a year, and, I mean, this could be a bust year for Dan Campbell, and, you don't see that too often with, like, first-year head coaches. Everybody usually gives every coach year one the benefit of the doubt, but if you swing and a miss on this Penei Sewell pick, and you flounder and you go 0-17 like we projected them to go, I mean, this is just not a great look for Dan Campbell. So not really starting out on the best note here. We all know the Lion situation where he wanted to bring in an actual Lion. Him not really kind of talking up Jared Goff. Never great doing that as well. Especially, with Jared Goff being tossed aside like Carson Wentz was tossed aside out of Philadelphia. Jared Goff was tossed aside, just traded straight up, basically quarterback for quarterback from the Rams. So if I was Dan Campbell, I'd be like, yeah, Jared Goff's our guy. Start embracing him like the Colts have embraced Carson Wentz. Everybody's uplifting Carson Wentz. Everybody's talking so highly on Carson Wentz. We haven't heard a peep about Jared Goff all year. When was the last time we've heard anything from Jared Goff? Never. Nobody's even talking about him. So this is still not a good look for Dan Campbell here, folks. And it doesn't give me any green flags or any good feelings about this Lions team going into next season. And if I was a Lions fan, I would be absolutely miserable at this moment, honestly. So still not the greatest look for Dan Campbell, but let's see what we're getting from Penei Sewell here. Quote, it's not that easy. Man, it's a whole different feel. It's a whole different feel. Is that something you want from, your franchise guy that you're putting all your stake in? Having him move to a new position, and now he says it's a whole different feel and it's not that easy? I mean, that's not something I want to hear. I want to hear from, Devontae Smith, who's excelling in practice already. Who else do we got? Trevor Lawrence, who everybody's still big on. But, Najee Harris, who, the entire team's like, oh, my God, he's going to be fantastic here. You don't hear any bad things of Najee Harris coming out saying, oh, my God, me being a running back out here, this is a whole different feel again. And kind of like what Travis Etienne was doing with the Jacksonville Jaguars, having Urban Meyer come out and be like, yeah, for, the first kind of OTAs, he's just going to line up at wide receiver. It's like, what are we doing? You're taking your big first-round picks, trying to do too much with them, trying to, make them not what they were that was so great in college. And is it going to pan out well? Only time will tell, but it's not something I love. I don't really love this. I don't love that Travis Etienne was playing wide receiver for those first couple of practices only, not getting any running back reps. And I don't like that Penei Sewell has to be moved from left tackle to right tackle. It's not looking good, but let's keep up with the quote here. Quote, man, it's a whole different feel. Again, it's like, let's say I'm right-handed, so I've been writing right-handed my whole life, and then one day you're just asked to write your full name left-handed at full speed, at the same speed that you write with your right hand. So yeah, it's a little bit of an adjustment. So yes, is this something we want to be hearing from our number 1 overall pick in the draft? No. So I'm already not liking Dan Campbell, and now this story about Penei Sewell kind of saying, I'm right-handed, and they try to get me left-handed out here. I'm not left-handed. What are y'all doing? I've been writing right my whole life. Like Tim Tebow's been playing quarterback his entire life and now wants to play tight end. It's not going to work. Luckily, Penei Sewell is younger and was already good. He was already solid. I guess Tim Tebow, was he good in college? I don't know. He had Urban Meyer and some good tight ends, some murderous, dangerous tight ends. I mean, give them the credit. I give them the credit. But yeah, I mean, Penei Sewell here, man, it's, a little bit of an adjustment. Not liking it. So we'll see how he plays out. Year 1, I wasn't a big fan of him. It's not like I was jaw-dropping like this article made him sound. Everybody's been hyping this man up. Dan Campbell's trying to move him to a different side of the field, and we'll see how it plays out. But, yeah, if Penei Sewell doesn't do well this season, Dan Campbell, I mean, his stock as a head coach, I mean, it's just, there's nothing good that came out of this. I have not said one good thing about Dan Campbell, and I'm trying to be as unbiased and as fair as possible, folks, and I think I do a pretty good job of that. But I just have not, we have not seen one good thing come out from Dan Campbell here. Not praising Jared Goff, moving Penei Sewell to the right side of the field, trying to get an actual Lion and actually kind of embarrassing himself by going up to the Lions president and asking for a line. It's just like, what are we doing? What are you doing, Dan Campbell? You are not a head coach. That is it. That is the only thing. He's not a head coach. So we'll see how the Lions do the season, but they're going to be under immense pressure. I don't care that this is Dan Campbell's first year in the NFL. You have to start making an impact and turning around this Lions team. It's not easy. I mean, you see what you're following. You're seeing what you're, what you left behind in Patrick. Who was the head coach? I'm forgetting. I see it. I see the man. He's a little larger of a man. The black beard, the black hair, the Patriots defensive coordinator. I just cannot remember his name. Something Patrick? I feel like it's Patrick something. And I'm blanking on the name. But, I mean, you're seeing who you're following. I mean, he didn't get it done. What makes it that you're going to get it done? I don't really... Matt Patricia, that's right. I don't see any difference between Dan Campbell and Matt Patricia. Matt Patricia didn't work, so... We'll see what happens here with the Lions, but another day, another story that just kind of makes us, really? Okay. All right. We'll see. I mean, it's every day with Dan Campbell. Nothing good about Dan Campbell has come out ever, so we'll see.